Welcome back to Tiffin University Dragon Radio Live on Coast Country 100.9 WMJK, part of the BAS Sports Radio Network. Another guest joining us here live from the Pioneer Mill at Tiffin of our fall kickoff party here on the island, and it's head coach Dana Cordova. Coach, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. So your volleyball team last year, probably a bit of a disappointment where you finished up in the GLIAC South?
Yeah, we were in the rebuilding year, and so we really feel that this year will be the year we take that step forward.
So do you think that your team is taking that step forward as we enter this season?
We had a great spring season. We were really young with a very young setter, and I thought she really grew up. We developed our leaders, and so I think we'll have leadership this year that we kind of lacked last year. So I think the keys that we were lacking last year, we definitely got in place this year.
Okay, so leadership maybe up front and foremost?
Big time.
Yeah, really in any, collegiate varsity athletic, having, sometimes when you have that leader, that's one of the first things the coaches talk about. Mm-hmm. And you think you've got some girls who've stepped up this year to take that role? I
do. I think they kind of learned a lot of valuable lessons last year, and I think sometimes you can learn more from a loss than a win, and I think that happened last year, and so hopefully we put it all in the plan and go forward.
The one of your leaders sitting beside you?
Correct, yes.
Don't you introduce who's sitting right next to you?
This is Maureen Kurtz. She is one of my seniors. I only have 2 seniors, and she's one of them this year, and so she's kind of at the realization that this is it. So she's got to put everything out on the line and make it her year.
Maureen, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks.
Are you from Tiffin originally?
I am from Tiffin.
Did you go to Columbia or Calvert?
I went to Mohawk.
You went to Mohawk, all right. And what year are you?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. What are you studying?
Accounting and finance.
And your post-graduation plans?
Not for sure yet.
Not for sure yet?
Continuing something.
Coach Dana's staff? Maybe.
Never know.
Let's talk a little bit about what's your specialty on the volleyball floor?
I have multiple specialties.
Yes? Well, do tell.
We never know exactly where I'm going to play. I'm kind of one of those players that can kind of fit in anywhere. Whatever we need, I'm always going to be there and willing to do it.
And as you look forward to this upcoming season, looking back at last year's season, looking forward to this year, as Coach said, maybe leadership's that big step that needs to be taken. Do you feel it's the same thing? You think maybe that was what was lacking last year?
Yes, I do, actually. We did some, leadership building classes and things over the spring, and everybody kind of really worked hard together, and I think we actually have the more communication aspect that we've been lacking as well.
I would imagine on the volleyball floor that communication is incredibly important. Is that the case?
For sure. Every aspect needs communication.
So tell me what the off season is like for a volleyball player. What's the off season entail for a volleyball player to make sure they stay in shape to be ready for the upcoming season?
Well, we do have our off season lifting program and everything, but you can't always just stick to that. You always got to be willing to go out and do a little bit more.
And you play a lot of volleyball in the off season as well?
That's right. Got to keep up with the sand.
What's that?
Got to play the sand volleyball.
Oh, absolutely. You're probably enjoying a lot of the volleyball and the Olympics and everything right now as well too. So, Coach, when you look at your roster, did you lose much off of last year? Talk about what you're bringing in as well.
I think we have a very solid group of returning players, but we have a very big group coming in as well. We lost some players, which I think the ones we lost, it definitely made us stronger because of it. But we have a good group of freshmen and some transfers coming in that will really fill the void of some of the ones we lost. And I think if they come in and they buy in and the seniors do the leadership, then I think we have a great chance.
And as you look at the GLIAC, who do you look at as your biggest competition? We'll just start with the GLIAC South.
Well, this year it's kind of different because we're in pods with the adding of Malone and Walsh.
Okay.
So on our pod we have Ohio Dominican, us, and Malone and Walsh. So we definitely, I feel, have the best pod for us to really succeed, and then we only play everybody else just once.
Oh, okay.
So, when you only have to prepare one time to play Grand Valley, that you could surprise some teams doing that.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for, how the pod's going to play out. And
now, how will that work when it comes to the postseason play in the GLIAC?
The postseason, we will still take the top 8 teams, so it's just based off of your overall record.
Okay.
And so it definitely, I think, suits us a lot better this year.
Now, you start off your season the last weekend in August and the first week of September at the Christian Brothers tournament, is that right?
Yes.
And then you come home for a nice little 4-game homestand with starting with Ursuline College, followed by Notre Dame, Malone, and Walsh University. Very important to find out, learn a little bit about your kids in that opening tournament, and then build off of that and build some momentum at those first 4 home games?
Yes. Well, this year, this will be the first time that we don't play the number 1 team in the country right off the bat.
Oh, well.
So I think, we're really looking forward to that first tournament. I mean, it's going to be good competition, but I think we'll get a good test of where we're at and the things we need to work on. And then being able to then return home and play is, really, really nice. Last year we were on the road for, I think, the first month, it seemed like. And so, you need that homestand to kind of get back into everything. And so, last year we started making the run at the end when it was a little too late. So this year, I think with starting out at home and finishing on the road will definitely suit us.
And there's something about being something to be said about sleeping in your own bed when you're an athlete and everything. You can sleep all you want, but sleeping at home,
oh yes,
is always a good thing. So, well, Coach Cordova and Maureen Kurtz, thank you guys so much for stopping over and chatting with us.
Well,
Best of luck in the upcoming season, and enjoy the party tonight. It's a pretty cool event got going on out here.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much, and as I said, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Here's Coach Dana Cordova and Maureen Kurtz of the Tiffin University volleyball team.